Previously on Dances with Dice, when last we left our heroes, Theo, the centaur fighter, Finian, the halfling artificer, and Felix, the human bard. They had just met at the end of a drunk tank. A little bit of public service now awaits as our heroes enter our brand new world. What awaits them this week on Dances with Dice?
All right. We return to our three, well, I wouldn't call you heroes yet, but our three intrepid adventurers. So you find yourself in the city square of Evercrown. You have three carts around you, and you have a large group of very hungry refugees that are kind of looking at you as though you are the authority figures here. What would you like
Looking
to
at
do?
us like we are the food. No.
Pretty much. They're looking at you like you're the food.
Did you make us a feeding the refugees minigame?
No, I did not make you a feeding the refugees minigame.
It kind of feels like it.
Yeah, exactly. Roll a d20. If you roll
See
low,
how many
you
refugees you
spill the
save.
food and thus waste it, making the refugees sad. No,
All right.
I'm not that cruel. I would like, I need you guys to pick which cart you would like to work at. There's the water cart, there's the meat cart, or there is the flour cart.
I will do the
Do the water cart.
Okay.
which
All
cart
right, I'll
would
do
you like? I guess I'm at the flour cart.
Okay.
She's strong and flour is heavy.
Okay. So you guys make your way to the carts. There's maybe like a 5 or 10 minute period where the like people kind of mill about and like a couple people try to rush forward, but there's like a few like local towns guards on hand that kind of get people into line, and the process, it starts out a little awkwardly because it's like okay, you're finding your rhythm of work of like, okay, flour, and then Felix gets like the two like dried pieces of like large like flank ready, and then Finian has the water ready and all of that. So it takes about 10-15 minutes to sort of settle into a rhythm, and then at that point it's pretty mindless, so you guys just kind of you can either start chatting amongst yourselves, or several of the refugees also attempt to strike up conversation, but it's up to you guys however you'd like to tackle things. Yes, Felix.
I would like to try to get information out of the refugees about the fire.
Okay. The first couple people aren't all that talkative, but then a man in about his like seems like in his 40s, kind of like tan skin, fiery, like some fiery, like shocking red hair, a bulbous nose, and some like kind of twinkling green eyes. He comes up to you. It's like he comes up to you. It's like, okay, aren't you a sight for sore eyes?
I wink.
Ah, you're one of those types, are you? And he catches the lute around his back, and you watch he like kind of pulls his like little cloak open, and you see like a flute sort of like in his cloak. It's like, always lovely to meet a fellow artist.
Shame it couldn't be under better circumstances.
Oh, there's taverns and bars and random corners about. I'm sure we'll run into each other if we're working folk.
So, any
Want to-
word amongst the people about what started this fire?
You want to hear the story, do ya?
If you have
Well,
the time.
that's hard to say, truly, because it's the strangest thing. I'm out in the woods, just out hunting and doing my thing, but I swear to myself, I feel myself being watched. And it doesn't feel like, you know the way when like a cat's watching you, or a bear's watching you. If you've ever been out in the woods before, you can kind of feel those eyes on you, but it's something that doesn't necessarily care much about you. They care more where you are than what you're doing, sort of thing.
Right.
It was different. I was being hunted. The eyes, you could feel a hunger of sorts. It's kind of following you. I've heard, and he kind of like looks back and forth. There have been rumors, you see. Creatures that haven't been around for many years. The old white werewolves, flying harpies, things from before the war. I haven't seen them in nigh a century, but I've been hearing rumors around the edge of the Godswood. Bits and pieces, old wives' tales, things that shouldn't be but are. I haven't seen anything myself, but stories travel, lad. And he kind of like taps the side of his nose. Whatever you can make of that, well, in any case, it's a song. And he kind of takes everything from you and starts to head on down to Finian's station with the water. Ah, a fellow half-man like myself. How are you, lad? And he continues striking up a conversation with Finian. T.
It is good to see another. We don't usually see us outside of.
We're more south of here, of course, but you like to travel, find new places, see new things
Right,
a lot, that sort of thing.
I've always wanted to get out and see things.
Ah, so you're making your way up from Tallinn Fortress, I hear.
Yeah.
Would that sound about right?
You're from there?
Oh, I grew up in the Lifeblood Basin. Dad was a farmer for most of my life.
Same. I actually, I was really good at making shit. And so I actually got accepted to the academy.
Oh, well, la-di-da, and my hat to you, lad. I, unfortunately, must cut this conversation short, but tell you what, you ever find me performing or on a corner somewhere, don't hesitate to stop by and check. The name's Balmoral. You can call me Bally. It's a terrible name. I hate my father every day for it because no one can say it properly. It's all Blamoral or Balmoral. No, just you call me Bally, lad.
All right. Well, name's Finian. Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you. He holds his hand out to you.
Shake it.
All right. Well, you have yourself a lovely rest of your day, Finian. I am going to have the first meal I've had in about 2 days. And he just kind of walks off down the street with his food in hand. Theodosia, what are you doing?
Well, she's at the flower cart, right?
Yes.
So I guess she's handing out flour. She's also probably she's probably like, "Oh, what happened?" kind of deal, like
All right.
asking questions.
A elvish woman kind of comes up to you. She looks like a little lost almost. It's like, and she comes up to you. Excuse me, is this do you hand out free food every day?
Well, I personally don't hand out food every day, me personally. But I believe it's just a process it's a process we give to the refugees. I wasn't
These are I'm so sorry.
Oh.
I am in the wrong line. You wouldn't happen to know where the tourist office is? Or I'm looking for some of the hot springs. I've heard it's a lovely
you're going to want to go a bit farther up into the city, up the stairways. Down here, this is more the entrance. As you can see, by people coming in, you're going to want to go a bit more inward. And there's plenty of signs. You know, it's already a tourist town. So there's going to be plenty of signs, and you're going to find a lot of different options. So, just I guess whoever suits your fancy.
Thank you very much. That's very kind of you. I'll head that way. And she kind of like steps herself out of line, and then the person behind her steps up and goes and looks up to you, and it's like, and it's a half orc male, and it's like, oh, hello. I don't know if you're the person I'm supposed to tell this to or not, but would it be you or would it be her? And she points to Demoy, kind of behind you.
For what?
I've been seeing some markings about town recently, and they seem a bit concerning.
What sort of markings?
Give me a second to make sure I do this right. It's an open palm. It's like an open palm with 5 different colored fingers on it and a big star in the center of the hand. I'm not from around here, so but I know that it's not a Mercian Empire sigil. I know it's not any one of ours, so I wasn't totally sure. Oh no, there was like some cloaked looking gentlemen around it too. I don't know. I figured there's a large gathering of people, a lot of people coming and going from the city. I figured I would just, you report something if you're feeling off about it,
Yeah. Would Theodosia know this symbol?
You would, absolutely. That is the symbol of the 5 fingers. The sort of thieves guild of the world of Amoth, very famously run by a shadowy and unknown figure known simply by his title, the One. And that does strike you as interesting because very famously, the 5 fingers generally stick to Marishane, the capital, simply because it's one of the largest trading ports on the coast, and therefore very easy for smuggling and any of their other illicit activities. They have a presence in Covenheim, but it's really only those. They really stick to major merchant cities. So the fact that they're here is that definitely something that's new to you.
You would definitely want to go tell Captain Bob Hill over there, immediately. That does seem to be a strange symbol to see around.
Right, okay. I will, gives you a salute and is like, I will go and do that. And you
Yes.
walk, just kind of wanders on over to the captain.
Does Theodosia make the connection of hearing the rumor, those people talking about magical items being stolen? And apparently the
I
symbol.
mean, if you made the connection, then I'm sure she did. Like,
I know, but like,
I mean, you've heard 2 rumors that involve thievery. I mean, that's not it's not a jump in logic to make, but at the same time, it's like,
yeah, I've been in the little bits in other campaigns where it's like I've made connections, but I'm like, I'm not sure if my character would be in. It's like, is my character?
you're not
intelligent?
you're not an idiot. You
Yeah,
you know,
okay.
you
I just want to check.
you have logic and deductive skills. Like that's a thing that exists.
She's going to take that into account. Like, what are they doing here?
You guys hand out food for another hour or so. Everything is calm. No incidents whatsoever. It gets to be about, I want to say, it gets to be about noon. And then you start to hear a commotion, and like there's probably about maybe 120 people left, and there a commotion starts to break out in like the center of the line, and you hear like some roughing and tumbling, and like you hear cries of people being pushed over, and you watch as three sort of large humans, two large humans and a Aarakocra come kind of strutting up to the front of the line. It's like, and the Aarakocra kind of looks you up and down. It's like, this is where the food is, isn't it?
Which line is he in?
Oh, there. You just kind of, he's kind of like pushed the crowd to the side. They're kind of like now behind him. They've like kind of roughed their way to the front. They're just kind of standing there looking at the three of you. It's like, you getting free food, eh?
To
To
refugees.
those who stand in line and don't push others aside like a bunch of fucking assholes, then yeah.
Oh, they're new around here, Chucky. Yeah, you see, they're new around here. Yeah, they're new around here. Right, yeah. Now, you see, you don't seem to know the pecking order here, my friend.
Was that an
Nothing
Aarakocra
goes in
joke?
and out of here without, I say so these days. Must be new in town. So, we'll be taking half of everything. And then you lot can distribute whatever remains. And, oh, by the way, everybody, and he turns around to the group of people, when they run out, don't worry, come on down to the Duck District, and your boy Flanagan will have all your food needs for you. Right? Turns back around, hand it over.
No.
Kind of like
Did you
pops
not
an
hear
eye.
what we just said?
Boris Blagus, do what you do best. I would like everybody to roll initiative, please.
23.
Nice. 14.
17.
Okay, give me 1 second. I have to. There it is. Okay, so it was. Sorry, Felix, you had a
23.
23. Theo,
14.
14. And Finian,
17.
17. Okay. All right. This will be theater of the mind for our first little fight, but you guys are all standing opposite. The group of refugees has started to sort of form a ring around where you are, and you can just as like these two large like rough and tumble humanoids sort of like pick themselves up and start to like bob and dodge toward you, can just out of the corner of your ear hear Demay go, "Oh, for fuck's sake!" As you hear her like get up and try to struggle through the crowd. Felix, you are up first. You have 2 humans and an Aarakocra in front of you. What would you like to do?
Sorry, I'm reading through one of my spells really quick.
First combat of the campaign. Let's go.
Okay. I'm going to cast Bane.
Okay.
Up to 3 creatures of my choice within range make charisma saving throws.
All right.
And yeah, just depends on if they fail that or not.
Okay. What's your DC?
14.
2 fail, 1 will succeed. The Aarakocra succeeds.
Shoot. All right. The ones that failed, every time they make an attack or saving throw, they have to roll a d4 and subtract that from their roll.
All right, we love Bane. Will that end your turn?
Yes.
You would have bonus action still.
I don't think I have bonus actions. Let's see.
You're a bard, so you have bardic inspiration.
Oh, fuck. Yeah, I do.
Oh yeah, that thing.
The thing that I do.
Yeah, the thing that makes you a useful half-caster instead of being an artificer. I'm
All
kidding.
right.
Artificers are very useful. It's just you don't get level 3 spell slots until level 6. Suck it.
Okay.
You can't
I'm
roll a
gonna-
1. Like, there's a trade-off here.
I'm gonna inspire Theo. You get a
All
1d6.
right.
How do you inspire me?
Unicorn bitch, you know how to use that big hammer, right?
Yes,
Please use it.
I'm so inspired.
All right, 1d6 inspiration.
Swear to God, Morgan, you
That
better
will
sing me some
end
songs this
your
campaign.
turn. That will end your turn. The Aarakocra is up. Finian, you're on deck. Theo, you're in the batter's box afterwards. So the Aarakocra is going to.
What is an Aarakocra, by the way?
It is a bird person.
Birdman.
Okay.
It's a bird person. So if Kenku are bird people without wings, Aarakocra are bird people with both fully formed like arms and appendages and wings.
Gotcha.
They are a seagull Aarakocra. So just imagine like a 4 foot, like a 3.5, 4 foot tall seagull with buff arms and wings behind it, speaking in a ridiculous fucking voice.
That is fully terrifying. Like, that
Yes.
mental image is the worst.
The Aarakocra, seeing another small creature that it doesn't like, is going to take a talon slash at you, Finian. That's a 15. I don't believe that will hit you.
I will not.
All right. It bounces off of your freshly regained little bomber jacket gambeson, and you can
I
feel
also
it
have
like.
a shield,
Oh, you do also have a shield.
just in case you didn't know.
That's no, true. I did forget you had the shield, but it kind of scratches and bites into the leather, but he pulls away and nothing, and you don't feel anything. He kind of growls at you, kind of like growls in the way that birds can growl. It's like, all right, Finian, you are up. Theo, you're on deck.
I'm going to take a 5 foot step. I'm assuming it's in my face now.
Yes, they are in your face.
I'm gonna take a 5 foot step back, and kind of like from the flurry, like it in a way of almost kind of just like trying to disguise it as much as possible, kind of like almost like does kind of like a 5 foot step back, and then from almost like from behind, like underneath the shield, looking like it's like I'm doing something with my hand, I'm going to fire my pistol for the first time.
All right, please
And
roll
he's just gonna
to hit.
See how this works, and
Please roll.
Do
Um,
any of us know what the fuck that is?
well, I'm trying to hide it behind the shield, so if anyone's
So
trying
I'm
to
going
see what I'm doing,
So I would first like a performance check, Felix.
okay.
Or no, sorry, Finian. There we go. First one. First
Yep.
one. I made it a
It's
full
gonna
episode before vexing and vaxing myself.
Oh God,
damn
that
it.
is I rolled a nat 20 for the performance.
Okay, it looks perfectly like you're just throwing out a firebolt. So it looks like he's casting a cantrip from behind his shield.
Okay, so we didn't see shit then.
No, it doesn't sound like a firebolt normally sounds like, but at the same time, it's like magic is magic. Things sound different. You know, prestidigitation exists. You can make anything sound like anything.
Yeah,
So in my head,
that
I
would be an
could just
action
like,
that I can't do with
that's
it.
what like, that's what it sounds like when a person that isn't a bard is casting it. So I could just like write it off like that.
Yeah, exactly.
basically.
It's like you're fighting, so it's like there's already like the sounds of the crowd and like the sounds of like weapons hitting weapons and things like that. So it's like it's loud, and with his performance check, it's loud enough to it's enough to believe it's like, oh, okay, that appears to be a firebolt. Please roll a hit. And I assume you're shooting at the Aarakocra?
Yeah,
Okay.
that is a 16 plus 7.
That hits with the 16, so roll your damage.
All right. All right. Damn, that's actually. Is that a... Oh, nice. All right. So that's a 9, 1d10. Oh yeah. So that's 9 plus 5, so that's 14 damage.
Very, very, very nice. You kind of like, you watch as you as you blow a chunk out of his wing, and he like falls back, just like screaming in pain. As there's almost like almost like a shocked look on your own face. It's like, yes, it
Holy
worked.
shit! Yeah, he's just like, holy sh. And he just he eventually like immediately kind of like pulls that back, because he doesn't want people to know that he's amused. Like he's so surprised by his own like.
By your own magic. The natural
Yeah.
20 performance helps in like just like you're like there's like a moment where it's just like yay shit.
Yeah, like my eyes just like widen, like holy shit! Oh no, bring it back. Yeah.
It's like I'm a badass. I'm a warrior. Yes.
I invented the gun.
All right, Finian, you've got bonus action, but I don't know if you've really got anything you can do
No,
for a
I don't
bonus.
think I have any.
Not a level 2.
I could do actually. Nah, I'm gonna wait. I'm gonna just end my
Alright.
turn there.
That will end your turn. Theo, you are up.
Alrighty. So my options are the bird and
Bird and 2 big humanoid-looking thugs.
she's gonna go for the two big humanoid-looking thugs.
All right. Are you attacking left or right?
Um,
Because they're on either side of the Aarakocra.
I'll go for right.
Okay. Roll to hit, please.
And okay, yeah, she's gonna go for the right. And she's got her maul out, just pong. Oof, that is a 2. Plus
That
6,
won't-
8.
Nope, that will not hit any of them as one of them kind of like catches your maul on their own mace and just kind of like spits in your face. I think you only have the one attack.
I use my action surge.
All right, action surge being burned already. Let's go.
Yeah, burning it already because he spit in my face, my beautiful
Okay,
face.
roll again.
Okay, that's better. That's 13.
That will hit.
Okay, 13. Well, 13 plus 6, so whatever.
Yeah, that definitely 18 hits.
So she now pissed. Can you excuse me? Oh, I get 2d6. Cool, I love that for me.
Excuse
Love
me.
that for you.
Right. Roll. That's 2 6s. Plus,
Wow.
yeah, plus
So-
plus 4. So
16.
16.
16. Damn.
Because that's 12 plus 4, so 16.
You swing and you like land a hard blow on his shoulder and you hear the bone crack and shatter underneath as you just completely busted his right shoulder and he starts howling in pain.
Yeah. And for my own little flavor's sake, just because of how I know which subclass I'm picking when we get to level 3, my own little flavor's sake is in the veins. You can kind of see the veins in her neck. They kind of both, and they seem to be darker in color, almost like the blood is a very dark color when she's pissed off right now because he spit. She's just
All
like
right.
seething.
That will end your turn, Theo.
Let's see. Yes, that's all I can do.
All right. Well, he's really pissed at you, so he's going to come back at you with the mace for 2 attacks. That is an 18
That hits.
and a 10, so only 1 hit. Oh, not bad. 4 points of bludgeoning damage as the mace kind of comes down on you and just is able to sneak past your armor and kind of catch you on the side.
Fuck.
Next up is the other human, and they are going to... All right. Could I please get a dexterity saving throw? Theo, not Theo, Finian. Could I please get a dex save?
Ooh.
Wait, I forgot. Oh, damn it. I'll have to use it next time. I forgot to use my inspiration.
A pretty high dex plus 4. Does a 14 pass?
A 14 passes. You watch as this human snaps his fingers and a bright pillar of light comes bursting from the sky, engulfing you for a moment. But you're able to just step out of its way for a second, and you have dodged the sacred flame.
Oof.
That will end his turn. We're back up to top of order. Felix, you are up. Finian and Theo, you are on deck.
All right, I'm going to target the Aarakocra with Vicious Mockery.
Okay. What would you like to say?
You truly must be some of the most pathetic, downtrodden creatures if you need this food more than a bunch of refugees. Like, I'm so sorry that your life is so sad and pathetic that you are in more need than these refugees from a fire.
Okay. What's the save? Is it charisma or wisdom?
Wisdom.
All right. And you've got a 14 for your save?
Yeah.
That's a 4. So they fail. Roll damage. Oh shit, I just realized. Hang on. I haven't been rolling my D4. Oh no, the one that hit Theo didn't have the... They passed.
It was
And
just
the
the
other one was a
Aarakocra
save.
that passed.
Oh, no, you're right. Hang on. Let me do a quick... Sorry, let me... no, roll your damage. I'm going to just roll a quick D4 to see if it would have...
I rolled
No,
a 4.
still would have hit. Still would have hit. Okay. 4. Very nice. You watch as this Aarakocra with, like, head and hands bleeding from this hole in their wing, just like, hey. You're a fucking bitch, aren't ya?
I blow him a kiss.
All right, does that end your turn?
Yes.
All right, Aarakocra's up. He is going to take a yeah, fuck it. It's going to take off into the air. Finian, you have an attack of opportunity if you would like.
Hell yeah, I'm gonna take it.
All right, please roll.
I will attempt to shoot him as he flies up.
Okay, please roll to hit.
That is an 18 on the dice.
That will absolutely hit. Roll your damage.
D10.
Another
5 plus
performance
5.
check if you're trying to hold, if you're trying to hide this again.
Yeah, I'll try and. That's 19 on the dice.
Okay.
I'm really.
Thus far, I'm calling it just a straight DC. If you pass the check, you've hidden your shot.
Okay.
Because that's way faster. So you've hidden your shot from the crowd. It's still just loud enough. But please roll your damage because that absolutely hits.
Oh, I did. Well, it was 18 and I rolled a 5 for the D10, so it's 5 plus 5, so it's 10.
Okay. Your shot hits the other wing, and you watch as he just comes tumbling out of the sky to the ground, like kind of moaning in pain, unconscious.
Wow.
That will end his turn. So Finian, you're now up. Theo, you're on deck.
Are you shooting at this bird from a close distance?
I took a 5-foot step back. So does he actually take a?
If you took I'm treating the 5-foot step as basically because of how we have your set up. I'm not imposing range penalties.
Okay.
So because if you had fully taken a step back, he would have gotten an attack of opportunity, but we didn't run it that way. So.
Okay. I'm just trying to do it. I was trying to take because I always thought you could take a 5-foot step and not take an attack of opportunity.
You can rotate. You can rotate around a creature, but if you leave their combat space, so it's like basically every creature is a diamond, basically. So where it's like in front of them, behind them, and to the left and right of them, you can move into those spaces without triggering attacks of opportunity, but moving away would trigger it. So I'm basically treating it as you like maneuvering into position for a good shot.
I'm also the halfling. I can occupy people's squares without. So it's weird. It's like so. I don't know. I appreciate the ruling.
As a half, basically, I'm treating it as though I assumed you weren't triggering an attack of opportunity. So
yeah, that's what I was trying not to do. Yeah.
Yeah. So.
Okay.
It's again, it's stuff. It'll be easier when we start involving the maps, but this is just a quick little theater of the mind.
And the Aarakocra, was he the one? He was the one who was speaking to us, correct?
Yes.
So I'm actually gonna first jump up on the the table that I was like serving, I guess, water from.
You're filling the kegs and stuff.
Yeah. And I'm gonna attempt to intimidate the other two thugs.
All right, I'll say that'll take your bonus action.
Okay.
So what would you like to say to them?
Oh god, that's actually not bad. Look here, you fucking scum. You keep fighting, you're gonna end up like your boss here. Or, you know, you can drop your weapons and you can get the fuck out of here.
What did you roll
19
for your
plus
intimidation
2.
check? 19 plus 2? All right, not
So
bad.
21.
Not bad, not bad, not bad. They both like they both look very frightened of you, and they definitely look frightened of you, Finian, and so you kind of see them start to take a step back. That will end your turn. Theo,
Wait,
you
do
are
I get
up.
an action?
Your action was. Oh, I'm so sorry. You're right, because that was a reaction where you shot him.
Yeah.
Never mind. You still have your action. Okay, no, then I'm sorry. I thought you would. Sorry, I was confusing that. Your action, you'll have your bonus action left. Your action was the intimidation.
Oh,
So
intimidate.
I thought you'd already used it with the shot, but no, that's me losing
no.
track of my own combat. Because it wouldn't be one of our fights if I didn't lose track of our combat.
I think I have anything I can
You
do.
only have 3 PCs, man.
Shut up.
No.
A vicious mockery.
And then I will. No, I don't have anything else. That's it, I guess.
All right, Theo, you are up. You have a rather frightened-looking group of thugs in front of you.
Theo is going to she's gonna swing her thing. She's gonna swing the maul because
All right.
she doesn't have a whole
'Cause
lot of
fuck
stuff.
it. Why not?
She doesn't have a whole lot of stuff. And so she's gonna swing it at the same guy as before. That is a 19 plus
The 19
6.
alone hits. Roll your damage.
Hell yeah.
and 2d6 with her maul. That is a 5 and a 5, so 10, so that's 14. And she's just gonna like
You
still,
break
like,
the
just
other arm.
seething.
Oh,
Just
Yeah. Just slam into and you bust the other arm up as well.
this
God.
5-foot unicorn, this 5'4" unicorn satyr with a glorified fantasy sledgehammer.
Yeah, no, you fuck him up. He is not looking good. Does that end your turn?
Sort of. She's yes, but she says like, "Listen to the halfling."
All right.
Oh, I forgot to use the thing again.
What thing?
The inspiration that I have.
Inspiration.
I mean, you already hit them though.
That's fair.
Yeah.
I have to use it for like saving throws or something.
The big guy with the 2 broken arms, he just falls to his knees, like kind of like trying to bring up his arms as much as he possibly can. He's very clearly surrendering. And that is the end of his turn. And the other guy, what can he do? Yeah, he's just gonna take off running. Felix and Theo, you are within range of an attack of opportunity. Finn, you already used yours to shoot the bird, so you guys have 2 attacks of opportunity. He goes sprinting off. Bird, bird, bird. Bird is the word.
I rolled a 16, but let me look here.
Oh, it hits. 16 alone will hit.
Oh, okay. So I've got a long sword for just this occasion, so...
All right. Are you using one-handed or two-handed?
One-handed.
Okay, so 1d8, please.
Stab him in the butt. Bony butt stabber.
4.
4, okay. Not bad, not bad. Theo?
Roll to hit. How much is that inspiration?
D6.
Is it? 15?
That hits.
Fuck yeah. Thank you, inspiration. It was a 2, but it got me there.
Anything for you, baby.
I am loved. She swings her maul.
Roll
That's it.
damage.
That is a 5 and a 2, but I get to re-roll 1s and 2s on my damage
Ah.
because I am in my fighting style is great weapon fighting. I can re-roll 1 or 2 on damage dice with melee weapons wielded with 2 hands. So
Ah, very, very nice. Get that damage.
it's only a 3. It just went up by 1, but still. So
Okay.
8 plus 4. 12.
So 12 points of damage. You crack him in the back of the shoulder, and you hear that bone snapping, but he's got just enough speed to kind of like run and hobble his way, and like dives out of the crowd, and you see him sprinting off down the street as he runs.
Coward.
I just noticed something because I thought Hannah was playing a barbarian. We never talked explicitly about what class we all are.
No, we didn't. We haven't
Like, I think
mentioned
it's
that at
obvious
all.
that I'm a bard at this point, but I just had to check Hannah's character sheet because I was like, Hannah's playing a barbarian, right?
Nope.
Nope, that's half the fun of Discovery. We have
That's a discussion that our characters can now have with each other.
exactly. You've now all seen what each other can do in combat. The fight breaks up at last. The two characters on the ground kind of moaning and groaning in pain, and Captain DeMay finally pushes her way through the crowd as the crowd is starting to like kind of like cheer and clap for all of you for having defeated these bullies, and she like comes. She specifically looks at like Theo. She specifically looks at Theo when she says this, but is addressing all of you. She's like, I thought we were trying to avoid paperwork.
When DeMay walks up, Theo immediately like kind of covers her neck.
Like, T, for the love of gods, we're trying to keep this on the down low. I'm trying to help you, lass.
In our defense, I feel as though you would have had more paperwork had we just let them take half of the shit. Like, I feel like we might have been the lesser of two evils in this scenario.
I'm not saying you didn't do right, lad. I'm saying that... All right, listen. I need you to make you three of yourselves scarce for... Can't believe I'm doing this. T. She's like looking you in the eye, and she's like kind of climbs up on a barrel, so she's eye level with you, Theo.
Theo's
T?
got like both hands. She's trying to be like casual about it, but she's like got both hands on her neck, like.
All right, T, this is how it's going to
Covering
work.
up
You're
the
going to take your
veins.
two new friends here, because you know the town. You're going to find a quiet place to hang out for a few hours while I sort this out, and then you're going to come back to my office, and we'll sort this out together, all right?
Do I have to take them with me?
Yes, you have to take them with you. You are
Fine.
a fucking
Confused
child.
here. Did we not just like stop the bad guys?
I will You did stop the bad guys, Finian. Here's the problem. What was, at one point, an easily written off community service report now requires 2 arrest warrants. Which means there's now paperwork, which we were trying to avoid. Because if there's paperwork...
Shouldn't you trying to be avoiding people stealing the stuff that we're trying to give to the refugee? Isn't that worth the paperwork? I thought...
Please, somebody explain to... I'm going to need one of the two of you to explain to Bright-Eyed and Bushy-Tailed why we're trying to avoid paperwork right now. All right? All right. Find someplace quiet, and like looks over at you, Felix. No fucking songs. and then come back my way about sunset. All right?
Fine.
Yes, ma'am.
Thank you. And she turns around and is like, right, ladies and gentlemen, while I appreciate each and every one of you, I think we're going to trust your ability to not be assholes here, and please take 1 sack of flour, 2 pieces of meat, and a single keg of water, and a hearty round of applause for our intrepid band of heroes over here. And the crowd gives like a round of applause. They, they
I'm
appreciate
bowing,
what you
I'm
did.
blowing kisses, I am hamming this up.
Felix
Oh,
is
yeah.
eating
Left
this
you
shit
on that.
up.
Finian's like, I did the good. Like, yeah, I deserve this. Yeah, this is what I wanted. You know, like,
I should have left you.
Theodosia is like, come on. She's not even basking or reveling in anything. Come on, you two. We're going.
And like as you walk off, you can hear Domay say under her breath, "It's like I should have left him in the fucking drunk tank. This was going to be an easy day. Could have left him there. They would have sobered up. And everything would have been fine."
as I'm being like dragged away, I'm just like, and the name's Finian Fellbrook. Y'all better remember that.
Oh, Christ
You'll
alive!
be hearing more of me.
All right, Theo, where do you take your new friends? All right, so, you guys depart from the scene of the battle. Where do you take them, Theo?
Theodosia takes them to a kind of quiet, sort of wine bar in a way. Think Animal Crossing, where there's the pigeon man. I can't remember his name right here. Brewster. Like, think his little quiet sort of bistro energy, almost like underground. It's like there's a stairway thing. It's like
Almost a speakeasy.
Yeah, very speakeasy energy, but classy speakeasy energy. And it's more, you can tell in the back the back of the bar there's more like wine selection. Like they have hard alcohol, but they're trying to be like, we're fancy under here. This is people come here in 1920s cosplay or something. But it's supposed to be classy in a way, but it's quiet.
Zoom that in more.
It's quiet. It's not exactly crowded at all. It's probably fairly empty. It's probably something more crowded in the evening or towards date time where people would go on dates. But right now it's morning, so but they're open because this is a vacation town.
All right. You guys find a well-lit, it's almost like a cellar-style bar. There are large casks of like
ironically,
aging
that's
wine.
what it's called, the cellar.
There's large casks of aging wine, very cool stone walls. It's definitely like it's definitely got a feel of like a mix between a speakeasy and like a very classy wine bar. There is a purple tiefling behind the bar, long white hair, beautiful golden eyes, and piercing of 3 rings in one of their horns. And they see you. They're wiping a glass as they come in. It's like, welcome to the cellar. How might I? Teo. I thought I wasn't going to see you around here much anymore.
I'm just passing through.
Yeah, I've had that one before. Welcome, new friends. Any friends of Teo's is a friend of mine. I am Bartholomew. Nice to meet you. You may call me Barty. You, she looks over at you, Teo, may call me Bartholomew.
I know.
Come. What can I get for you? You look and like kind of sees the scuffs like, Teo, have you been fighting again?
There was some commotion down with the refugees. We were volunteering some of our time to help out, and some ruffians got involved.
Some ruffians and some refugees. Always the same story with you, Teo.
Finian pops up and he's just like, yeah, we taught some bullies, a lesson. they'll never forget that one.
You kind of look. He looks you up and down. He's definitely sizing you up, and it's like, so young to the world. It is nice to meet you, Mr.
Finian Philbrook. It's a pleasure to meet you. Bally?
The name is Bati. Bartholomew.
Bati.
But you may call me Bati.
Like,
The two of them are conveniently glossing over the fact that this was not volunteer hour and that we were conscripted for being drunk and disorderly.
And there it is, Theo. I thought we talked about that.
Theo looks at Felix with just like daggers, like it's like fuck.
Oh, Theo.
I wink
Theo,
at you.
Theo. We've talked about this before. If you're going to pull a D and D, you come to the cellar.
what
I
is
have
it?
the
What
back
is it
room.
with everyone, like tiptoeing around you and your. What's the deal? What's going?
Not a story
Steal
I can
what?
tell my young Finian friend, but I will say this. Our dear Theo here is just not a huge fan of spa towns. That's all I can say. There's something there's always something in the air, whether it's minerals or sulfur or something else. Just one of those things that happens when you grow up around it.
Theo kind of like leans over and whispers to Bartholomew, kind of like leans over. I would appreciate it if you didn't tell him I was here.
My lips are always sealed for you, Theo.
Thank you.
Besides, it's not like he comes down here anymore. He knows this is more your haunt.
Well, he doesn't, as far as I know, he doesn't know I'm here, so.
Oh, taps the side of their nose. Well, I have kept you all with empty glasses for far too long to be a proper host, so how might I help you? First round, completely for free. Anything for a good friend of Teo's.
That's lucky seeing as our. They never
I
gave us our money
I
back.
have a feeling, let me guess, you met with the lovely Captain Bobhill.
That we did.
Ah, she's a lovely lady, she is. I've always had a soft spot for her. So, I won't mention anything if you don't mention anything. But here, and he takes out, I assume Vine is acceptable?
Anything fun and fruity. And I wink.
Ah, not unlike myself. And he pops a cork and
We're gonna
pours
find
3...
out that Felix just has like an eye twitch, and he's not actually winking at anybody. It's involuntary.
I was
Apologies,
thinking,
one
like, he's
second,
one of those
I will
people
be
that
right
doesn't
back.
know-
Okay.
He doesn't know how to wink, and he is just like blinking awkwardly, and people are like, "Uh-huh."
He's got the Rihanna blink. The Rihanna
his
wink, where it's
charisma's
like-
too high for that to actually be the case. But
But-
like, I just would
You
like
like
to imagine
pretend.
him being like fucking unsmooth. But
But
I'm
yeah.
playing a high charisma character now.
That's so fun. I love it.
It's so fun for me.
It's so fun. So fun. I don't know if I should keep talking to be entertaining while Alex is away. I don't know if we're cutting this
Oh,
out.
no, it'll be cut.
Okay.
Sick.
Yeah.
How's everybody feeling?
Feeling good.
Doing good.
I want to know. My brain craves image of my boy Felix. Now that I have image, I have image of our boy, Finian.
I'm double checking my Pinterest board to see if I have something that's close to.
Finian's got a gun.
Sorry about that.
Finian's got a gun. Welcome back.
So Bartholomew turns to all of you and it's like, my finest top shelf. and pours 3 dark maroon glasses of this very lovely, and you take a whiff of it, just this lovely, like very heavy port. You get hints of vanilla and plum, and a little bit of like almost charred oak in there as well. You all take a sip. Some of the finest, smoothest wine you guys have probably ever tasted. Theo, you would recognize this as a family favorite.
Thank you, Bartholomew.
Oh,
This is,
anything for you.
this
Theo.
is really good.
Well,
Oh,
I'm
I
sure
haven't
you've
had
noticed.
anything like this back home.
Well, I'm sure you've noticed, young Finian, that if you look around this sort of town, there's not really any non-rich people here. They all have very expensive tastes, so even the cheapest of things must be quite refined for the palate. In any other town, this would probably run you close to 20 gold a glass.
How much do we owe you for these ones?
Oh,
This one is on the house. Though if you would like to come back for more, simple 1 gold per glass will be plenty. A little friends and family discount.
Thank you. She's gonna
Indian just
make
kind of like is now just like sipping it very like savoring like every little drop.
his halfling hands holding like a normal humanoid-sized cup, and he's just like, goblet.
It's
For me.
it's almost like a blue Hawaiian in Finian's
Yeah.
hands, like one of those giant blue Hawaiian mugs.
I have in my notes like Bartholomew is purple tiefling, white hair, fun and fruity.
Fun and fruity. That's a good way to describe him.
She's gonna go. Theodo's just gonna go find one of the little corners of this little,
Like a
magazine.
booth.
Yeah, little booth in the corner. Just keep out of lines of keep out of the line of sight for anyone walking in the door.
It's like you watch as Bartholomew kind of walks around the bar and walks up to the sign, closes the door, and locks it. It's like, I have a feeling you're all hiding out here. If there was a little engagement with the lovely captain. And I assume the scuffles I heard down the street, someone was messing with the refugees. Bullies, as you say, young Finian.
More or less.
Heroes of the day, I see. Well, and he kind of like gives you like a little golf clap. Teo, I thought you had gotten out of that game.
Sometimes it comes back.
Oh, so sad. Anyway, you two, I know so much about Teo, but I know little about the two of you. Who are my new friends?
Felix Faircourt, darling.
Lovely, lovely, lovely. Always love another lover of the music and the arts in my midst. And you watch, you finally notice, like, hung behind the bar, you see a very beautiful, intricate, in gold and silver and ivory trumpet.
So many bards in this town.
Damn.
And I caught your name, young Finian, but you did not tell me much about yourself.
Well, I'm a maker of things, as you might say.
Creator.
And he pulls out a little gosh darn it, I'm trying to remember how this like works. 'Cause it's like a fuck it. Like it's like a it's like a music box, but it actually like sings when you open it too, because it's allowed to like the little like things you can kind of tinker with and make. It can say certain things, or it can emit light. So I'm kind of like doing a mixture of the two.
It's a stone. Yeah, you can make a rock do different things.
Well, not a rock. You can make little items that like do have like different effects. Like either it can say 25 words of text. or 25 words. It can like shine bright in like a 5-foot radius.
Okay,
So it's
what
just
would you
like a
like it to
little, well, it's like a music box that like does like, it's like the, like it has the mechanisms that make the music, but it actually sings like a song, like a recording, because
okay.
of the magical like
He
effect on it.
he kind of reaches for it, and like kind of like asking if he can like see it up close.
Yeah, and he's
He takes it in his hands and he kind of runs it over. It's like he kind of runs his fingers over it and then like kind of opens it, closes it, kind of watches. It's like, I once knew a young woman who was very skilled in these things as well. You, my friend, Dalevish Academy?
the no what is the one at
No,
fortress.
so yeah, no, that is it's the
Okay.
the Dale Wish Academy.
Okay, I forget exactly what it was called. I wasn't sure if that was the one that's here, like the
No,
or
it's
the one that was nearby,
Royal.
the
No, the
mage-ish like one.
Royal Academy of Arcane Arts is in Covenheim.
That's the one, yeah.
The Dale Wish Academy is in Linen Fortress and the
The
surrounding
Linen
town.
Fortress, yeah. Okay.
Would Theodosia have heard that he was from that area?
They're not being quiet about it. So I don't. Yeah, you would. These are normal conversations. So yeah, you would have heard that.
She
Oh, and
like
sorry
kind
to
of
answer the
eyeballs
que-
over, but then swirls her glass and just keeps drinking.
Just be
Okay.
like, yeah, you know, I'm actually I think I'm the first one of my kind to actually be accepted.
I wouldn't know entirely. I would not know entirely, but it is always lovely to see another creator in our ranks.
Here, look, here, keep it. This is easy. This is trivial. It's I could whip this up at any time. Why don't you keep that?
Could
Such
is it-
hospitality.
is it
Look,
possible to put another recording in it?
Of course, anything you want.
Is it something that I can activate myself, or would you have to activate it right now?
Once it's there, well, I'd have to do it for you, of course. But once it's there, it's there until.
You watch as he pulls his trumpet off the wall, and he kind of motions to you to ask him to start the re-recording process.
Ready when you are.
And he starts to play, and he plays this beautiful, melodic, almost haunting piece of music. Theo and Finian, you would not recognize it, but you can feel you feel this. You feel almost the weight of ages in this music, and you almost can feel and hear the life story of this tiefling in front of you, as it starts out happy and hopeful and rises and then falls into dark tones and like almost despair before rising again to something bright and hopeful. Felix, I would like you to please roll me a history check. You are the only person who might have a chance to recognize what this song is.
21.
21. All right. You recognize it's a song you haven't heard in years because they're very rarely ever played. But he is playing what is known as the Lament of the Scaled, which it was an epic song written at the end of the war that was originally like kind of transcribed and interpreted down from the actual haunting, wailing cries of the remaining dragons in the world as they discovered that they were the last of their kind. And through the musical composition, it tells the story of the birth of the world, the rise of the dragons, the horrors that follow and the hope of a new world being reborn from the ashes of conflict. Everybody gets inspiration. And this is special inspiration. This is DM inspiration, which means that you may re-roll any one roll free of charge. So if you run into a roll that you think is bad, you may re-roll it, and that lasts until it is used.
We talked about it like literally months ago, but is this one of the dragon hymns?
No, it's very much a song. It's very much a performance. This is mortality translating draconic emotions into music.
Okay.
But roll me a performance check, please, Theo. Or not Theo, absolutely. Felix. I was looking at you as I said it.
13. 19.
You can't be certain of why, and it's one of those things where it's like it's that gut feeling that you can't totally place. But for just a moment, you feel like he's playing it better than you've heard anyone actually play it before. And kind of like wave the thought off and you enjoy the music.
So we're all just sitting here listening to a song.
Yeah, the song goes on for about a minute or two, and then he stops playing, kind of like you watch as he like kind of surreptitiously wipes a tear from his eye, and it's like, my apologies, it's just such a beautiful song. Thank you.
My friend, you are a talented musician.
I've had many years of practice, but thank you.
Oh.
And he turns to you, Finian. Thank you. And he closes the music box and he puts his trumpet back on the wall and sets the music box right underneath the trumpet. And it will be a centerpiece of the cellar for many years.
My pleasure. That was beautiful.
He nods his head. So, Theo, how long will we be enjoying your company today?
For today, just until sunset. That is when Bob Hill requested our return.
Well, we have a few hours until then, so I will whip up some food. And he steps back through the curtain. You hear the sound of food and things being whipped up, and all of you settle in for a little while to take a momentary rest and respite. That is where we will end our episode for today. Thank you all so much for joining us for another episode of Dances with Dice. Please follow us on all social media channels at Dances with Dice. When you use the hashtag DWDcast and DWDart, you will become named NPCs in the show. As always, we thank you so much for joining us, and join us every single Tuesday for new episodes of Dances with Dice. All right.
Woo!